Okay, I am back with another video about growing your event rental business. Today I want to talk about not going too wide too quickly. And here's what I mean. Going wide means, so you can grow your business two ways. You can grow your business deep, getting more of the items that you already have. So if you have 100 white chairs, you can grow your business deep by getting another 100 white chairs. So you can do bigger events, or you can do more smaller events at the same time. Now, growing wide is adding more different items, and sometimes it's good to grow wide. For example, if you only have white chairs to start out with, which is what I did, and that's the correct move. You want to start out with white chairs first, because they can be used for a backyard birthday party, but they're also going to get booked for weddings. But after a while, you're going to realize that white chairs are a lot harder to keep nice looking, and if you want to keep them nice for weddings, then you need another option that's cheaper, that you can price low enough that people will rent the cheaper things for backyard birthday parties and only rent the white ones for nicer events, and they're willing to pay a little bit more. And so that's what I did, and that is going wide. But how wide should you go? What's too wide? For example, one of the mistakes that I think that I have made is that I got into a lot of different categories. I've got a little bit of catering equipment. I've got a little bit of sound systems, and like audio visual, inflatable movie screen, projectors, TV, DVD players, that kind of thing. I've also got linens, tablecloths, chair covers, cocktail table covers. I've also got items that would be good for catering, warmers, chafing dishes, and I've got a lot of things like serving trays, cake stands, punch bowls, that sort of thing. And I think I have made a mistake in going too wide too quickly. Now here's what I mean. There are people in the industry, for example, Lee in Canada, whose channel is The Rental Guy, and I have learned a ton from him and from his videos. He is an advocate of growing your business by going wide, adding a whole lot of different stuff, and getting into a lot of different categories so that you show up a lot on internet searches, because you have so many categories. And there is some truth to that. You can grow your business that way. But that doesn't necessarily work for everybody. So you need to think about what items do you want to get into, and how quickly are they going to rent. Now, don't get me wrong. Again, I think it's a great idea. But I am in a situation where I can't yet do rental of dishes, even though I would like to, because where my warehouse is, the water quality sucks, and I can't put in a commercial dishwasher and that kind of thing. So I can't do dishes yet. I can't do silverware. I can't do wine glasses, much as I'd like to. And eventually, I want to grow my business to the point where we move to another warehouse and we do that. But that's probably 2 to 5 years away. So all of the stuff that I have, I occasionally rent out a chafing dish, or I've got these electric food warmers that are, restaurant grade. Those items go out occasionally, but all the other stuff, the cake platforms don't go out. The chafing dishes don't really go out. I think I've rented 2 of them. The punch bowls, never gone out. I've got a small chocolate fountain. It goes out twice a year. So the problem with me getting into that stuff, and I didn't know it at the time, is if I rented dishes, if I rented plates, cups, knives, forks, all that kind of stuff, then people would probably rent not only those things from me, but some of the other catering dishes, things that would go with them, to go with them for their events. Catering companies might rent them from me. People that are doing their own food for their wedding might rent them. But by and large, this stuff just sits on the shelf, taking up space in my warehouse. And I wish I'd not get into them, because what I'm going to have to do now is, and I was planning on redoing my warehouse this winter anyway, because I have grown really fast and I've gotten a whole lot more tables and a whole lot more chairs and lots of other things that do rent. And I need to rearrange the warehouse to make it more efficient. And I've gotten more pallet racking, more shelving than I need to put up that's just laying on the ground right now. And the part of my warehouse that I was letting a friend of mine store his boat in, as of the first of the year, I'm taking that part back, and he's gonna have to find somewhere else to store his boat. And he knew that when he stored it there. That was kind of the deal we made, was when I grew to the point where I needed that space, that I would get that space back, and he's cool with that. But I'm gonna have to completely rearrange my warehouse anyway, because it's just not set up to run my current business efficiently. But part of what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to move all that catering stuff, and it's in my way, and it's gonna take extra time to rearrange my warehouse, because I have to move all that stuff out of the way before I can put the things that I rent all the time where they are, and I can move that stuff over to where his boat used to be and get it out of my way. And eventually I will grow the business to the point where those things rent, and I don't want to just like get rid of them, because I think I will do more and more of that stuff as time goes on, as I get more of a reputation, and when I move to a place where I can have a commercial dishwasher set up and get into dishes and have laundry facilities on site, so that I can do my tablecloths and napkins and all that kind of stuff, chair covers. I can launder them at my business rather than taking them home, which is what I'm currently doing. Anyway, the point is, I think that I have gone too wide too quickly and gotten into some things that I probably shouldn't have. I probably shouldn't have spent the money on them that I did. I probably shouldn't have allocated the warehouse space to them that I have. And now I am regretting getting into them. Doesn't mean they're bad items. Doesn't mean that I won't eventually rent them. But just because you get the opportunity to get something cheap that you think will rent, you may want to reconsider that. Maybe don't get those items. Maybe don't spend that money. Spend it on more of what you already have. Maybe grow deep a little longer. Or maybe if you want to go wider in the same category. If you're already renting chairs, if you have white chairs, get black chairs. If you have black and white chairs, get the padded resin garden style chairs, because those will rent for even more money for the fancier weddings and events. If you have 5-foot round tables, get some 4-foot round tables. If you have 8-foot rectangular tables, get 6-foot rectangular tables, or do it the other way like I did. I started out with 6-foot rectangular tables, and I'm now getting into the 8-foot rectangular tables because I get quite a few calls for them, and people online have told me, yeah, you need to have those. They'll rent really well. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going deeper. For the tablecloths that I have, for the ones that rent consistently, I'm getting more. Instead of just having 24 120-inch round black tablecloths, I'm going to get to where I have more like 40 of them. Things like that. So I've decided to, and I added white 120-inch round tablecloths. I probably will be adding red ones. And you wonder why I add red ones? Well, because the local major university that's here, their colors are red and black. So I want to get red tablecloths. This kind of thing. So I can go wider, but still within categories I'm already renting stuff and doing really well. If I hadn't gone into the catering dishes, the serving platters, the punch bowls, the cake stands, I'd have the money that I spent on those things, and I'd have the space in my warehouse. So don't go too wide too quickly. Hope this helps you grow your business. Please remember, like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video, and remember, when you're in the party rental business, it's always a good time to have a party.